Thank you, all of you. Good afternoon. We are talking about innovation today. If you want something that is really innovative, is having a geologist here like me talking about cognitive systems. So this means that we are not only changing technology, we are changing the way we are doing things. We are really crossing technologies. We are really working from multiple different perspectives today. I'm going to give you a talk here describing an exciting adventure we have initiated with IBM. During the day, you have covered with different speakers brilliant talks about the different elements describing what is a cognitive system. Most of them, they don't have a definition for a cognitive system. Don't wait for a definition from me, okay? But what I hopefully will be able to do is giving you a vision from the industry. So the main objective of this talk is giving you the perspective from industry of what we think about the application of cognitive systems to the problems we have. Through the journey we have started with IBM a few months ago. Our relationship with IBM is not new. We started many years ago with new technologies for subsurface illumination, so looking at the subsurface in a better way, if you want. Then we have continued during the last years inventing new ways of developing our fields, optimizing our fields, our development plans for our fields, looking for ways of producing more oil with less impact, if you want, and less cost. And now we are in this new project. We started, let me say, last May. Okay, give me the opportunity to share with you our story. We explore to find and produce oil from the subsurface. Is what we do. We have been doing this for 150 years. Since the moment our friend Colonel Drake started to produce the first drops of oil not far from this location here, 150 years ago. And we have learned a lot of how we should do this. First, we acquire, let me say, areas from governments, from other operators. Then we acquire terabytes of data that is coming from geophysical studies, geological studies. There is a moment when we have to drill a well, the first well, the exploratory well. If the well is successful, is when we pass to development and production phase. We design facilities, we drill more wells, and we start producing. Okay, then if we know all of this, why we need something different? The answer is simple. Just take a look on some numbers here. The data we are working is full of noise and uncertainty. This level of uncertainty in natural variables can reach up to 100% in the first exploratory well. Basically, we don't know. We interpret the data. Our geophysicists interpret the seismic lines. Our geologists interpret the analogy with models, but the truth is that many times we don't know. We have models. So now put yourself in a drilling rig in the middle of the ocean with 3 kilometers of water. And then you are asked to drill a well with imperfect knowledge of what you are going to find. Of course, we try to do our best, but sometimes you don't know exactly what you are going to find. But you have to drill the well. The cost of the well offshore maybe is $400 million, one well. And you have to touch one reservoir that is below 3 kilometers of water and 3 kilometers of rocks with a tube with a diameter of this. Okay? And not only that, the statistics are telling you that your probability of success normally is not going to exceed 25–30%. So if there is any banker here, would you put your money in this? Okay? But what is our reality? Our reality is that we are in a risky business, require very, very high financial amounts, financial support. But the truth is that when we are successful, of course, this compensates all the previous phases. So we need a different way of making decisions here. We need a different way of taking all of this into consideration. Why? Because we have a responsibility. What is our responsibility? If you take a look of any analysis that is predicting the future of energy demand, you will see that during the next decades, we still have the responsibility of more than 50% of the energy supply to our world. So we have to sustain development of our society, minimum with the 50% of this energy supply, oil and gas. The context is not easy. We are living these days a situation where new scenarios are being produced. Just consider for a second that more than 85% of the total reserves of the world are in hands of national companies. So for an independent company, a private company like Repsol or like most of the companies here in the United States, the piece of the tart that is left is smaller and smaller. In addition to that, geopolitical risks, nationalization processes, the situation we have been living in North Africa, higher costs. We are increasing, or we are suffering the increase of costs in a tremendous way. And finally, environmental concerns. We have to be the first to be transparent and to communicate properly and to apply the best policies in order to protect our environment. So, who is Repsol in this game? We are frequently known to be the champions, the winners of the World Championship of bikes, like this year. We do not construct bikes. Okay? Let me clarify this. What we do is we invent the best gasoline to make these guys go faster and faster and faster. This is what we do, and we think we do quite well. But we are the Spanish big company for oil industry, if you want. We are 100% private. We have presence in 32 countries. We have 24,000 professionals in our company. We produce 350,000 barrels per day. We have a refining capacity close to 1 million, and we have many business around the world. E&P, exploration and production, is our core business. And we have been quite successful during the last years. We have done quite a lot of discoveries, and some of them, 8 of them, are between the biggest discoveries in the world. So with a tremendous replacement rate of our reserves. So we are very happy for this. Technology. Oil and gas industry has been boasting technology for many years. Not only the traditional technology for oil and gas, but also other technologies that are emerging, like, let me say, chemicals, materials, many things that are being used in our industry. Computing science is also boasted in a way by oil and gas industry. Our technology center has been evolving for the last 60 years. You can see how it was in the 40s when we started all this technological adventure. And this is our new technology center, where we are transforming our company from the traditional oil and gas company to an energy company. This means that we are not only working now in oil and gas, we are working also in aeolian plants, we're working also in biotechnology, we're working in many, many things. We're working in any technology that can, let me say, contribute to the future energy demand in the world. This is what we are doing these days. So we are transforming us into an energy company. What types of technologies? Okay, here I am listing what we do. Not only us, the rest of the industry is doing the same. So we work in smart fields, in the best way we can produce and process our hydrocarbons, materials, corrosion. We are working quite a lot in nanotechnology these days. We want to put nanorobots in our reservoirs, 3 kilometers of rocks below, you know. We want to do this, and we're working for that. Of course, unconventionals, the shale revolution you are living here in the United States, expanding in other parts of the world. Heavy oils, drilling, environment, of course, subsurface illumination, earth modeling, flow assurance, enhanced oil recovery, all these, let me say, fields that everybody in our industry is trying to develop these days. But we have to go further. We have to give, an opportunity to emerging technologies, something that is not so traditional in oil and gas. For example, we are talking about big data. We are talking about new computing systems. We are talking about biochemical technology. Why not? And of course, we are talking about nanotechnology. And we are actively working in all of this. So, for a non-expert like me, what is the beauty of a cognitive system? Okay. For me, the real beauty of this is the capacity of this system to enhance the power of our technical teams and to enhance the way our technical teams can make decisions. And not only our technical teams, also all of us, the management, the way we can face investment in the future, the way we can face the decisions we have to make in order to improve our operations. This is the real beauty. So through the, let me say, construction of this symbiotic cognitive environment and just putting together a team of people and the technology related to the cognitive systems and creating this cognitive experience, just with this process, you are going to improve for sure the capacity and the power of your technical teams. What is our vision? Our joint vision, Repsol and IBM. So we have created a joint team. We have all the power of the cognitive systems of IBM, and we have all the power of our technical people, our experts in oil and gas exploration and production. So what we are doing is we are developing new prototypes, new cognitive tools, in order to enhance the way we can make decisions. Basically, this is what we are doing these days. You can find here a much more complete definition. What we want is, we want to enhance the collaboration between humans and computers in order to learn through interaction, enable individuals and teams to make better decisions by overcoming cognitive limitations of big data and complex scenarios. So this is what we want. We are focusing in two main aspects. The first one is we want to improve the way we acquire assets in exploration or when we are acquiring producing fields, for example. This is going to have an impact in the way we perform our reserve replacement ratio, if you want. We want to improve this process. And also, we want to improve the way we optimize our production in our fields, our development plans. We have been working hard in this part with IBM for the last years. And now we have a very important, interesting product available that we are testing internally. But we are not 100% happy. We want to put this product into a different dimensions. We want to put this product in the dimension of the cognitive systems. And this is why we are here. Challenges and applications. You know, the different speakers have been describing all these challenges and applications. So the definition of what we want, of our objective, is very easy. But we all know that putting this into reality is not going to be so easy. And any of these challenges is going to be a really difficult task. Developing intelligent computing, learning machines. Jeff has been describing the different aspects of this in detail. Penetrate complexity of data, big data. Partner computers with people. Enhance and scale human expertise. More detailed applications in our industry, in oil and gas. You here have a list of some of them. Big data, analyze a huge amount of information, create synergy, multitasking in teams, improve our surface models, make optimal decisions, reduce cost, mitigate the risk. Finally, increase the value of our projects. John introduced this morning this slide, and he was commenting about the huge amount of data we are having today. He was commenting about the huge amounts of uncertainty, noise that is present in this data, and also that all this data was becoming impossible to be handled by humans. So let me add an extra comment on that. We are not only interested to handle this data, we are also interested to control this data. I don't know if you agree with me that the impression is that today we do not control data. Data control us. I don't know if you shared this with me, but the truth is that you just have to take your cellular phone and all the things that we have, you know, we are controlled by data. And we have to change this. I want to control the data. If I want to control the data, I can visualize this control, for example, in the, let me say, number and quality of the connection between the different variables that I am working with. So I can describe this as an evolution from the pure raw data, where we started, to the extraction of information, pieces of information that we have been living for many years, to the situation we are living today, where we are able to link in a domain different variables. But is this enough? No. It's not enough. What we want is this, a full contextual analysis of all the big data, all the data available. This is our real target. So do not visualize our challenge just like I want to extract the more I can from my seismic data, from my seismic service, my terabytes. Okay, this is very good. No. What I really want, I want to control all this data, to find all the similarities in this full contextual analytics, to extract from these petabytes of information, you know, what I need to make my decisions better. This is what I really want. This is the real challenge. It's not a minor challenge. Who is in the middle of this? The human. So let's put the human where the human has to be, in the middle of all this process. The geoscientist, geologist, geophysicist, engineer, who cares today? We don't distinguish these days between them, geoscientists. Okay, what are the different areas we want to develop together, IBM and Repsol? We are working hard in user studies, very related to psychology, very related to understand the way and improve the way we are doing things, our workflows, the way we approach a data room, for example, with partners, with a governmental office. But we also want to apply the best we can extract from the cognitive computing systems, from Watson. We want multi-hypothesis analysis. We want to create and validate hypotheses with these cognitive systems. Simulation and optimization of any problem we have. We want also, of course, decision analysis. We want to access and to control big data. So I am finishing. So again, I don't have a definition for you. I don't have a definition for cognitive systems. But if you want me to tell you the way I like to understand this is through this ecosystem. This ecosystem where the human or the power of the humans is enhanced and magnified by computers and through a complex arrangement of science, technological elements like the ones we have been discussing during the day. So we are talking about behavioral sciences, human modeling and others, learning, reasoning technologies, interactions, visualization technologies. So I cannot add many extra things to the fantastic topics, the fantastic talks that we have had during the day. What I can tell you is that we are working hard to make this a reality, not just a vision or just a project, that we have the talent of the team, of the joint team, that we have something that is equally important. We have the passion for this, and that hopefully you will see with me very important results very soon. So just let me invite you to visit our reality today, visit our cognitive room where we are working together after the talks. And what else can I say? Let's invent the future together. Thank you very much.
Santiago, absolutely terrific. We've got time for a few questions. We'll start with anyone down here. John.
John, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the partnership and a great talk. This is a little bit of a research cultural question. Did your team struggle to partner with IBM on this, or did it come naturally?
What a question.
Because it doesn't always come naturally to researchers to partner in such different domains.
You know what? This came in a very natural way. John, we have been working with IBM for many years now. We started with the project, with Kaleidoscope project, many years ago, and our geophysical people found the way to visualize together with you our subsurface data in a much better way. And then we evolved to this, during the last years, to this collaboration to find the best way to optimize our field development plans, to be able to extract the more we can of our. And then there was a time when, you know, when I still remember, the day when Dario and myself, we were having a a coffee in our head office in Madrid and sharing a coffee where we're trying to give form to all this vision, and and the team is working in an extremely natural way. So we are, as you know, we are expatriating some of our people here to work directly with you in the team, and they are working together very well. So it has been a very natural process in our case. Now we know that we are facing let me say, challenges that are going to create, what is going to occur, but it doesn't matter. We know, we are going to discuss, but we have, I insist on that. We have the talent, but even more important than the talent in this type of things is the passion, right? So we have the passion in order, to do something different, something really disruptive in this industry. So we want to be the leaders in this. Thank you. Thank to you.
Maybe one more question. Go in the back. Anyone?
Please.
Yep.
Very inspiring talk. Thank you very much. The talk before yours and yours kind of has the human at the center of all of this information that's coming in. And I guess I want to question that hypothesis and maybe make an argument that the computing system should eventually be a peer with the human. So right now it's a matter of the computer system is more of a cognitive prosthetic. It's kind of helping out in the places where the human can't do stuff, can't visualize things and do things like that. But there seems to be a tipping point that I believe is coming soon where it will be a peer in terms of gathering information and understanding what it is that you want to be able to get. And it's not going to be the human being at the center of it and having to have the system be bandwidth limited by the human cognitive system. So, and I just wanted to hear your thoughts on that.
Okay. This is a good question. I think that my easy answer could be we will see, right, during how all of this evolve, right? But how far a computer can go, right? And how what type of relationship between computers and humans are established, right? I am still a little bit scared about some of the talks today, about some of the presentations. I am a little bit scared about the creatures of Manuela. The
Creatures of Manuela.
But I am joking. I'm not scared. I am fascinated, right, about and it's the thinking that we will finish in a world where we will be coexisting, right, as partners, the humans, the computers, right. So this is really fascinating, right. So. Or the way we have been visualizing with Jeff how we can let me say how we can model our cortex, right? Or the way John is enhancing the communication between humans and computer is really amazing. Time will say. And now I am putting the human in the center of this, because what I still do not visualize is a computer making the decision. I don't visualize computers making the decisions. I still visualize humans making decisions and computers assisting in this process of decision making. This is what I am visualizing today. How this is going to finish, we are going to see this evolution together, for sure, during the next years. Thank you.
Santiago, thank you very much. Absolutely terrific.
Thank you.